Hi, you're watching the program video for the VU Amsterdam DU Partner Program. We'll go over some quick things you need to know before applying to this program. Let's start with academics. This program is academically rigorous. Returnees have found some classes easy, but say students should be prepared for a challenge. And they recommend having backups in mind in case you find yourself overwhelmed in week 1 and want to do an add drop. Students take classes with other international students and locals, but it can be hard to make local friends. Dutch academic expectations are quite different than you're used to in the US. For example, VU has a 100% attendance policy. Your entire class grade typically comes from one exam or project, and grading is based out of 10 points instead of 100. It's much more strict, and the Dutch like to joke that 10 is for God, 9 for the professor, 8 for the best student in class, and 7 and lower for everyone else. Read VU's All You Need to Know page carefully to make sure you understand the VU instruction style and grading. VU is on the block system, so DU students typically take 2 classes in period 1 and 2 classes in period 2. Period 1 exams usually finish before period 2 starts. You have 2 options when looking at classes. Take a minor. This is different from what we call a minor in the US. It's more like a focused academic track where classes complement each other. Students on this option don't need to worry about scheduling conflicts. The other option is to take classes across departments. You could run into scheduling conflicts with this option, so have a backup plan. Students can also consider electives like Discover the Dutch, which covers language and culture, or Imagining the Dutch Themes in Dutch History, which doesn't cover language. Now let's look at support. Like at most European universities, VU staff are more hands-off than students are used to at DU. They'll expect students to be on top of deadlines and requirements and to communicate issues in a timely manner. However, the Dutch government requires universities to help with immigration, so expect to work closely with VU on your visa application. If you're looking for a program with more support, check out Maastricht University, which is only a few hours south of Amsterdam. The Semester in Amsterdam team can help you find the correct people to talk to if you have questions or concerns, but you'll need to reach out with any issues. Staff will do their best to help within the confines of what's reasonable in the local culture and norms. The team usually also organizes some small activities in the city throughout the term. For example, a visit to the Anne Frank House and a visit to the Tuchinski Theater. All DU students on this program stay at Hotel Janssen. They call this a hotel, but most residents are long-term. It's not strictly student housing, so you'll be living among students and non-students alike. The hotel is about 10 minutes from campus on bike. Some students from other US institutions might live closer to campus, but our previous students were very unhappy with those housing locations, so they're no longer open to DU students. Campus is in the financial district, so you can continue in the same direction for another 10 to 15 minutes to get downtown. Groceries are in the other direction, again about 10 minutes from the hotel by bike. Finally, we'll talk about student life. Amsterdam is a large international city. Sometimes students feel overwhelmed, especially at first. You'll be navigating public transportation and be surrounded by foreign languages. Remember, many, but not all, locals speak English. We encourage you to learn some Dutch throughout the semester as a sign of respect. The Netherlands in general, and Amsterdam in particular, have a high cost of living. Students should budget appropriately. There are resources in the DU Study Abroad Handbook to help. Some shops, like Albert Heijn, only accept cash, so don't expect to use a credit card or debit card all the time. Many students enjoy participating in Amsterdam's cycling culture, once they get used to the busy streets. Most locals don't wear helmets, but we recommend you put safety first, especially since you're not used to the rules and norms of the road. Of course, public transportation is always an option. It's a great way to get around the city and the country, but the Dutch system isn't incredibly intuitive. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it relatively quickly. Now you have a better understanding of the VU Amsterdam program. Remember to mention this video in your essays for the program, and best of luck!